Well, I'm here with Christie Berrington from the team Chaos Gym. You just laid it down against a very game fighter who didn't go back for 1 second, looking to elbow you all the time as well. Was that as hard a fight as what it looked?
I didn't expect her to come out that strong. I thought because of her lack of experience compared to mine, she might be a bit weaker.
9 fights she is.
Yeah, but I knew that Sweden's known for their fighters and they're strong fighters, so I knew she'd be young and hungry because at that age I didn't care. I was young and hungry and I knew that was coming.
You don't look like you've changed, to be honest.
She was very violent with her elbows, very frequent, so I had to hide my head in the clinch and use my clinch game in this fight, really.
I think you was just stronger than her as well. You seemed to squeeze the life out of her in the clinch as well. She just couldn't get her arm up in the inside to elbow you. Did you actually feel any elbows you wore?
I did feel the elbows, but obviously none of them cut, so...
I think you caught her with a spear elbow as well that I think actually split her nose inside. Her nose was bleeding in that fight. Can you remember that point?
I remember a downward elbow with a lump instantly that come out after the first round, and I remember her nose going, as well.
Is that a good feeling?
It is a good feeling, because then you know...
We enjoy that sort of thing in the Muay Thai. You know that, ladies and gentlemen. We enjoy that, don't we?
It's a fight at the end of the day.
Yeah, we're a funny breed, but what do you think of the girl?
What can I say? She's come back. She's done a fantastic job. Just doesn't train, she juggles family life as well with a little baby. We can't just go to the gym when we want.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at this body. This girl's had a baby. You know, my wife's going to be tapping on your door and asking for tips. You know that. She's losing the weight now as well, but you look fantastic. Let me say that for having a kid. It's really good, and a lot of girls out there will be looking to you for tips and things like that. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, it's took me a few years to get the body back that I desire, but it's hard to maintain. But I just feel, you've got to be fit when you've got little kids. You've got to be able to run around, so...
I know the feeling as well. I've got a little 7-month-old at home as well. It's hard work. Does that keep you fit alone?
It does keep me fit, and she keeps me, she keeps me going and keeps me wanting more, and wanting to further my career for my girl at the end of the day.
Right, let's talk about your career again. It's going in a different direction now, you told me in there. And what's made you come to this decision?
12 years in Thai boxing. Obviously takes its toll, and when you don't get as many fights as you wish for and the pay that you want and deserve for the amount of training I put into things, so I just wanted a new challenge, and I was watching the female women's MMA, and some of the girls I think that I could beat, with my stand-up, and they're getting paid thousands to fight, so obviously I want a new challenge.
And more money for that family. And give me the money, honey. That's what she's thinking. But I'll tell you what, I hope to see you back on the Muay Thai again. Yeah. And I think we will, because it's always in your heart, isn't it?
It's always going to be there. It's always going to be with me. You never know. I might come back. See how it goes.
The fights are there and the pay's there. We will take the fights,
Obviously, you've got to think of it as a career as well.
Active. I think the main thing is keeping her active.
Yeah, keeping her active.
Got more in there for her if you keep her active. But again, in the UK, there's a lot of people who hide and run.
Anyone in particular?
No one in particular. I'm not the type of person to slag anyone off. But in general, when Christie was up and coming, she took on the number one. That is how she wanted to fight. She wanted to be number one. But
she wants the best fights all the way through.
There's a lot of people, like I say, who live in the fringe. They don't ever want to challenge number one. If my thing is, if you don't want to challenge number one, get out of the sport, change yourself. You've always got to have a goal set to get to the top, which she's done.
Well, this is Christie Berrington. She's laid it down tonight. It's a fantastic performance. Represented the UK as well. Don't forget that. Not just your team, whole country, and everyone's really proud of you, Christie. Well done.
Thank you.
Royal Combat League. Thanks very much. Well done.